Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. It's Colts football as we jump into the action in the first quarter of play. The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Las Vegas, first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 29.
To Henry Ruggs.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the 10-yard line.
The pass.
Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And a Raider first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
20-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that someone's running game, you're now doing the
to throw on 3rd down. Eason. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We're scoreless after 1. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at about the 28. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And we'll bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He does a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
66 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And his kick is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Taylor.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun is Eason.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Austin McGinnis for the extra point.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Raiders 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun. He'll look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The pass incomplete on the jump ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Eason's pass. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
55-yard attempt.
Not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Colts send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. They'll throw now on the final play.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in this.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Las Vegas.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Throwing again. Eason.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And bulldozing his way through. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Eason.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Eason off the play fake. That's caught right side by Mims.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. David Njoku there to make the grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now here come the Raiders.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Las Vegas first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is going to be intercepted. Picked up on the left hooker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. When you talk to these guys in training camp, these are the moments they say they live for. You're in a playoff game. It's tied, 4th quarter. Time for somebody to step up.
And can you execute under pressure? Because the pressure is intense right now. No one wants to be responsible for making the error that costs their team. But at the same time, who's going to be responsible for making the play that gives the advantage to your team? Who's going to break out, just what you said?
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Eason.
there to make the grab. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Austin McGinnis out for the extra point.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Raiders take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And unfortunately for him, this montage, not highlights, lowlights in this one, partner.
Way too many mistakes, too many errors.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Good.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Taylor. Down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Eason. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he's able to put it through. That time a 6-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now London down on the scoreboard. 30 seconds to go. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour, the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.